What's up, people? I hope all of you are having an amazing day. Today, I'm going to do a market update on some of these cryptocurrencies, but also I'm going to discuss an in-depth, uh, you know, long-term perspective on XRP and why I believe $10 isn't really a very far away of a target. Also, besides that, I'm going to do a small update on the 200% coin. Let's dive straight into it. First of all, let's start with the general market update, and let's take a look here at Bitcoin for a second, which is in a pretty big range bound right here. Uh, something something to worry about is two scenarios, or actually three scenarios, uh, one bullish and one neutral, and one like a little bit more bearish. So the bullish scenario would be for us to continue, this really choppy uptrend. This is, in my opinion, the bullish scenario right now. But the most likely scenario, or the scenario that I think is going to take place, to be honest, is a drop. Okay, so I think we could drop to around here. This is first region of interest right here. Uh, I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if we simply uh, drop back below the lows. This would make this look like, you know, this kind of a correction. Okay, so this is the type of a correction we would get if we should drop back down to around here. This is how it will look like. Obviously, uh, a drop back down to around here is still a you know it's still a correction. This is looking like an ABC right here. And if you don't know what an ABC is, it's basically a correction, a corrective Elliott wave count before higher prices to come. Okay, so and a perfect example for this one would be here. Okay, so this one here is actually a perfect example of what I'm trying to explain. So what we got here is our initial drop, but then a bounce which looked promising but didn't really manage to hold, only for us to get another push down, forming what's you know what's known as an A, B, and a C corrective pattern before actually continuing higher. So pay attention to these kind of patterns, because uh, if we get this kind of a correction, I think we're going to see some heavy blood across the market. But let's cover XRP right now in a second. So let's talk about XRP. This is Bitcoin. Okay, with my perspective on Bitcoin, it's not really looking super bullish right now. I honestly think we could range. Okay, this is range lows, something something for you to look for. This could be the range low, and this is right here, range high. With deviations across the board, we could get a deviation down here, but then reclaim and yeah, push higher. So something like this. A deviation is possible. Also taking some stops around here, forming a reaccumulation range before continuing higher. Something really important to look for. The rest of the market is actually looking pretty well. So as I said, this right here, remember the last drop when I said this is a perfect retest, this is a perfect SR flip, this is a perfect retest. Guess what happened next? We did skyrocket. Obviously, we did see a pretty easy 60% bounce. Um Let me cover Ethereum and some altcoins, and then I will go back to XRP. This one right here, retest of all-time highs, amazing bounce, crash, basically testing key resistance turning into support, and looks like it was the best buy ever right here. Honestly, looks like this was an amazing entry for an 80% return on investment. This happened actually pretty quick, and yeah, we're seeing Ethereum trending heavily to the upside. So let's cover XRP a little bit in a second. This is short term. Uh, this is some short term alliterative count. I don't think it's really reliable. I don't really like the way it's looking, but what I'm going to say is the following. So I'm going to delete this one, and I'm going to plot a Fibonacci from the bottom to the top, showing you the local support and why I think it shouldn't be lost. Okay, so if we lose these kind of regions right here, I think we're going down for, you know, I think we could be going lower with Bitcoin drop. Okay, with the Bitcoin drop, if that happens, um, and we start losing this key level right here, which is right now, in my opinion, the only thing holding us is this key level. Also, uh, let me show you a small channel that I am watching. Okay, these are the only things right now, in my opinion, that are holding XRP in this short-term small uptrend. Shouldn't really see these regions break down. If we see these regions break, then I think XRP is in for a much larger correction. I think we could see, I honestly think we could see a triangle forming right here, maybe a drop back down to the bottom, something like this before actually giving us a pretty big breakout. So this is this is XRP for you, ladies and gentlemen, and long-term perspective. So let's talk about the long-term perspective on XRP. This is some short-term analysis right here, and if something happens, then the other thing will happen, and so far and so forth. Uh, Looks like we could actually form a triangle which will help us break out really strong. So this right here, I hope you managed to see this range right here. The longer we ranged, the the more and the much more impulsive the breakout was. I wouldn't really neglect another range to form here on XRP. Could actually give us a solid entry down here. Uh, this will also mean that that Bitcoin is going down at least to around here, to the middle of the range. And yes, basically this is the middle of the range right here. This is actually the middle of the range. We could see this before uh, probably breaking higher, but XRP on the USDT pair, we're seeing some weakness in my opinion. In my opinion, this is some weakness. We could see a push down, another push up, a range to form, and this triangle, and after that we could get a very big breakout once again, which could take us to my upside targets. So let's talk about some upside targets and why $10 isn't really a big pain. Sorry, why $10 isn't really a big thing, you know. So what do we have here is perfect technical analysis following the breakout right here, but I think we slowed down a little bit. As I said, $10. Let's take a look. So $10 is somewhere around here. Okay, so $10 is somewhere around here. This is where $10 is. Now you might see this as a big shot to the upside, but let's compare this one to Bitcoin and to Ethereum. Okay, the first and the second biggest cryptocurrency or largest cryptocurrency. What can we see here is Bitcoin, previous all-time high, we thought that 30K was a big target. Guess what? We are talking about 100K right now. And from the all-time highs, previous all-time highs, we saw a 200 plus percent increase in price. Let's take a look at Ethereum. From the previous all-time highs, what did we see? Well, we saw 180% increase in price, and this is still going higher. Okay, this is still going higher. So this only means for me, this actually only means for me that XRP might actually see the same thing. We might see absolutely the same thing. So $10, let's take a look. Previous all-time highs, a 200% increase in price set us exactly at $10. This is why I honestly don't think it's a big of you know I don't think it's uh it's a very high target to achieve. I think this is actually pretty achievable. Okay, obviously $10 is psychological level. I would really exit a big a big percentage of my position at $10. If we see this $10, then basically this might have been almost a 100x from the Corona bottom all the way to $10. If we see that, that's almost 80 or yeah, 80x, somewhere around 75 to 80x, which is insane, uh, considering how big XRP is right now. So I think this is it. Yeah, one thing to cover is the update on the 200% coin. So where is it? Okay, I think where is it? CVP. I remember. Oh, this is it. Okay, so CVP in few words: consolidation, range bound right here. We should see this one try to climb to we should see these this line right here hold. It's very important. We have a clear resistance right here. All we have to see is, right now we are almost at the lows. So I would target a push to the highs. Hopefully BTC chills and we don't see some crazy, you know, downside on BTC. Should we get back to the highs, I think this can easily break out. First, you know, first time didn't manage, second time didn't manage, even the third time, but the fourth time I think it could be pretty achievable to see a breakout. So yeah, this is everything I had to say on CVP. This is the market update. Obviously, very important, lows to hold. It's extremely important to hold the lows. But other than that, I think things are looking good right now. Let's see what we got here. So I will keep you updated, ladies and gentlemen. This is the market update for today. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Cheers. Have a good day. Bye bye.